Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Today we are in Legends of Aria again, and I have to say I have started to get a little bit addicted to this game, and I've gone far enough that I've actually placed myself a plot. So I now have a space to start building my first home with, and I spent probably a whole day just searching for the perfect spot. Did I want something scenic? Did I want something, with a nice view of the sea? Or did I want something that would be practical, close to the gates, or close to the towns? Most of those places are actually taken anyhow, so there wasn't very much choice there. Or do I go for something that is close to some dungeons or some mining spots? So in the end, I decided to go for this spot. So we are here in the upper plains, and there is this neat little spot right here, and you can see I have the home icon. And I actually need to pay my taxes. I have not yet paid the taxes. Let me just check. Does it actually let you know? I guess it would let you know how much time you have. Okay, taxes due 1 day, 21 hours. So I still have some time, but I need to get cracking and get together 91 silver, which should not be too hard. And yeah, so this spot, the reason I chose this spot in the end, it's not the most scenic spot, and at first glance it doesn't look so interesting or unique. However, then the entrance to this spot is this neat little bridge, and then here's my plan. So let me just show you guys. You can see the area better if I go into the resize plot tool. So this is my plan. I'm going to expand this. Hold on. There we go. I'm going to expand this down later on. Well, not that close. Hold on, let's just go a bit back. So maybe something like that. And I'm going to have a house facing the bridge so that when you come onto the bridge, I'm going to try and make it so it looks nice, so it doesn't look like it's sort of obstructing the way to get into this area. But the house will be one of the symmetrical ones, and the one I'm thinking of going with is, just bring that up here quickly in the screen. And I'm not sure, of course, like how outdated. What I have noticed so far in the few days that I've been playing this is that all of the documentation, all the wikis, all the guides, all the maps, everything is like really outdated, and you just can't really trust anything like that you see online. So the one I'm thinking of going for is this one. I would have gone for this one, but I didn't really find a nice enough spot with enough room for that one. But I think I'll go with this one, and it will look nice and symmetrical as you enter this area, and it will be right here, and then on the back of it, I have reserved some space for a crafting area outside, because, let's just shut that, because over here is a mining cave. And just to get away from the crowded area of what was that called again? That area, Helm, yeah. So it's so crowded, the cave in Helm, and we're still in guarded area, so it's safe enough. There is, however, it's interesting. There is, however, if you go a bit farther, it does actually cross the border over to the what was it called? Wilderness area. Let me just see. I'm still getting accustomed. Yeah, wilderness. Okay, so if I wanted to take a risk, I could cross over, and there'd be. But I didn't. When I went over to see, I didn't really see anything that you wouldn't have had on here on the guarded side. And we can see that somebody has actually placed down already a plot they haven't started building yet, but they snagged a nice little spot over there. But yeah, so my spot is not the most scenic. However, it will be kind of unique because it's going to have this entrance. There's going to be the mine very close to it, and the one dungeon which is a guarded area and not PvP, is also just over here. And I forget now the name of it again. We'll have to go see. Hey there, hi Garaz, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I've been. I have to admit, I'm a little bit addicted now to the game, and it's dangerous because it's making me get used to all the flaws, and sort of become forgiving towards the flaws, you know. And the thing is that I still want to do that video about the problem. So what was this? I don't dare go in there right now, but yeah, there is this dungeon over here, and so it's close to the dungeon. It's close to a mining area. It's a nice little peaceful spot. Now the downside of this is, of course, that the gatekeeper is like super far away, so for me to actually get to a gatekeeper, I have to cross this bridge, run over here, cross the bridge over here, run all the way up here, and also the nearest town is very far away as well. So that is the minus side, but like I said, I was inspecting all the areas close to the gatekeepers in the three guarded areas, and of course they're all taken already, all the nice spots at least. So yeah, we'll see. This is at least something to get started with, and we'll see how it feels then after a while. I hope that I don't end up regretting that spot. And I hope that the end result will look as cool and fancy as I am hoping it will. So right now, of course, now that we have a plot set up, the first thing to do, somebody seems to have something here on the other side of the bridge as well, kind of a good location as well. Hey there, Daji, nice to see you. Are you playing this? Because we are, of course, me and Daji, we're old Ultima Online friends. Yeah, so what was I going to say? Yeah, so, well, the taxes. So that's the first thing to do is to get some, let me just check the amount again. And I guess I can see that from the bank as well. So weekly tax, 91 silver. So that's the first thing to get done as soon as possible. And to do that, I'm not gonna be rushing farming gold by mining anymore. Instead, I'll just take my time, do some work orders. I should get the silver collected up pretty nicely, and we will head over to Helm. And since it's such a handy dandy little place to go for mining and then do some work orders there. And I have to say, guys, the work orders are pretty addictive. In Ultima Online, I didn't really enjoy the work orders that much. I don't remember why. I mean, the way that this is structured, the work orders here, is very similar, really, but somehow they have done a better job of it. And which I'm happy to see, now something that, another example of something that has actually been done better, game design-wise. So yeah, I've become quite addicted to doing those for some reason. So we need to get over that bridge over there. Oh, Garaz, yeah, I've heard that that the site, because I guess what they're doing right now is they're updating it now that the founder packs, I guess it's changed now to the early access packs. I haven't actually had a look after it went officially into early access. So you're not playing it, Daji. So this is a Legends of Aria, and this is the game that all the old Ultima Online people have been hyping about for, well, probably a couple years now, at least for 1 year. So Daji, on a lot of my like Ultima Nostalgia videos on YouTube, so many people, I can't even count, at least 20 people have left messages that, hey, are you going to play Legends of Aria when it comes out? And to all of those people, I always like answered that, nah, I'm not really so interested. It's not, it doesn't feel like, judging from watching the videos, it doesn't really feel like the sort of charming UO that I remember. Not that it has to be a copy, mind you, of course, but like the thing, let's just say this way, that the things that charmed me about Ultima Online, I wasn't able to see from the videos that when people were playing. But at the very last minute, I decided to, just as it was about to release to Steam, I decided at the very last minute, okay, let's give in, let's buy it. And it was so funny because I bought it like 2 days before it was supposed to release on the 4th, and I was going crazy trying to gather some money so I could secure a plot for myself. And then, what do you know? They decide to change the Steam release until next year, which was kind of a relief because I was really scrambling to get everything set up to get a plot. I had gotten my money though, but I was like a little bit stressed out. Like, would I find a nice spot in time? So I did have the deed already to claim a plot. I just hadn't had time to actually look for a nice place up till then. So I was a bit stressed out. So in that sense, it was good news for me, and I think for the Legends of Aria team, I think it was a very, very good, very, very good decision for them to delay the Steam release. Because my first impressions of this game were very much that it needs polish. Okay, we're going off to the wrong direction. That it needs polish. Oh, I have discovered a new area, the arena. Ooh, that's like a PvP arena. Cool. This is like the one in UO. There was the one in Yeholm. And wasn't there arena in Oklo as well? I can't remember. That is cool. So that, I guess I got a new marker on the map there, yes. Okay, that is very cool. And then you can go, people can go sit in the rafters here and watch. And you can actually sit, I think, in this game. Let me just check once again. I could swear, maybe they haven't implemented the sitting yet. Oh, hold on. I could swear that you could right-click a chair and then sit, but maybe it just hasn't been implemented for the rafters yet. Yeah, Daji. So, like, I'm surprised that you actually haven't heard of this because all the old Ultima Online people have been talking about this like crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna have to figure out how do I get around that area. We're almost okay. Let's. Oh yeah, it was this, it was high up somehow on the ledge, a little bit tricky to get up there. I think I probably need to go up here. And, oh, what is this then? You entered Elder Village. Oh, I see. Hold on. No, that's not where we want to go over here. No. The gatekeeper. I don't think I need to go through here. I think I need to be outside of the city. That's what I remember. Let's just go around from here, I think. I'm so lost right now. Yeah, Yahom was a pretty cool city indeed, Garaz. So Daji, you can do pretty much all the same stuff that you can do in UO. However, I have to say that I'm a little bit I'm a little bit nervous about the fact that they don't have a proper, recall and gate and like rune marking system yet. It seems like it's sort of, I don't know. Apparently, if you have very, very high manifestation, you can make some kind of gate portal. Like if you have super high skills, and manifestation is an equivalent to magery in UO. Now, I could swear. I'm so lost. Let's just try and... I know it was high up on this kind of ledge thing. Oh, maybe I need to go over here actually. Because this gate is a little bit of a tricky one. It's like up on this mountaintop. You have to find the correct pathway to get up to it. Okay, let's just follow this path. No. See, it's right over there. Oh, but the mini-map is, of course, hidden for you guys because it's behind those panels. If I could find the little stream, then I will know how to navigate from there. So let's just actually get to the stream. As you can see, I'm not the best at navigating, and this is a little bit tricky because sometimes you get up on these high ledges and then... Do I have this lock now? All I want to do is find the stream, and then from there I know how to... I do see water down below. Okay, I think now I am on the right track, yes. And there should be water. There's this stream, yes, okay, so now I know where to go. There's the stream. These are these are prime locations for real estate, really, because you have the city of Elder just nearby. You have a pathway, and then you have a beautiful, like, this is nighttime right now, but during the day the water looks so cool. So these are prime spots for real estate. And then also the gate keeper is very nearby as well. So of course this was one of the first places I wanted to check, but all of these spots have already been taken, I'm afraid. Yeah, so what are they called now, Garaz? Are they called early access packs? I haven't actually... Oh, let me just look at the Nightbot link here, actually. What does that look like now? So they're just... Ah, okay. So the link is at least working, and of course since I've already bought it, that's disabled for me. But yeah, it seems that my little link that was to the Founders Pack automatically goes to the correct website now. That's good. Yeah, the deed situation, just going back to your earlier comment here, Gareth, about the deeds in UO being super random. Yeah, the situation's still in Legends of Aria. There is still space. There's actually still a ton of space to build. And I'm saying this more actually for anyone here who is not playing the game and is wondering whether all hope is lost already. Okay, don't get lost again, cats. Don't get lost. There's the pathway we need to actually stay on, so let's get back up to the path. Oh. Yeah, I should have stayed on the path and not gone along the... There we go. So the pathway... And we're going in the completely wrong direction. It's a bit like tricky, this navigation stuff, because you can spin around the camera. I think we need to get up here, actually. Hold on. Yeah, so anyhow, for those of you who are thinking of buying Legends of Aria, and possibly thinking to yourselves that oh, it's too late to play the game. All the like the deed plots have already gone. Oh yeah, now we found it actually. Okay, so what we need to do here, this is a little bit of a strange way for this to work compared to other MMOs, but you need to talk to this guy, and we want to go to Helm. So that's the best crafting place, and then he will. I guess you need to then. Oh, he's doing one at a time. Okay. I'm sort of stuck. Hold on. Do I need to run in here? I think, yeah, okay, I need to run in there. So it's like this two-step thing that first you need to talk to the dude, and then you need to... And are we now in the right area? Yes. So we're now over here. And we need to get to the city. So we need to move all the way around. And now are we going in the right direction? Now we are. Okay. But, yeah, so for those thinking of playing this game, there is definitely, I mean, when I went out scouting for spots, I was like taking screenshots for myself of all the sort of juicy spots that and I found a lot of nice spots still. You will not be able to find spots in the prime areas, which are close to the cities, close to the gatekeepers, which are equivalents to the gates in Ultima Online. But there's a lot of very scenic, beautiful spots to build a house still, or to claim a plot. And Daji, just for your information, like a difference from UO is that when you claim a plot, you see this, there's this like little mailbox and I can just press Control. You can see plot markers. So you can see here that the plot has, it's like, it's better than UO in the respect that you can claim a plot and then you can build whatever you want on it. So you can build a house. You don't have to have a house. You can also put stuff like tables down to sell your wares. And if you make a large enough plot, you can like put 2 houses there, for instance. So for instance, this guy hasn't built a house yet, and he simply has like stuff that he's selling for now. So that's nice that you can actually have, like, this is the prime example of like how cool it is, really, because you have the house. Then if you want to sell stuff, you can put a little table down in front. So I really like that, I have to say. I mean, the thing with having played Worm online now for several years, I mean, in Worm, you claim large areas of land, and you have several buildings, and you have crops, and you have animals, and you have forests on your land, and you can even own part of the water front. So okay, I think we're almost in town here. Yes, and so I've gotten so accustomed to how cool it is in Worm that any other MMO that had player housing just wasn't good enough for me. But the way Legends of Aria does it is actually the closest I've come to what Worm Online offers in another MMO to what Worm offers. so I'm quite happy with the housing system. I do have to say that they have a lot of things to sort of fix with the usability of how that works. It needs some polishing. So again, like I was saying earlier, I am glad that they shifted the official sort of open launch to or whatever the term would be to January. So here we are in the town of Helm, and there is the bank, and the sort of atmosphere of the bank is very similar, really, to just like in UO. You know, people will throw stuff on the ground, and I can just like pick that up if I want to. You know how people would like drop stuff around the bank in UO, and then you would, if you were like really poor like I am, you would scrounge for you would scurry to go and pick up any stuff and then go and sell it off at a vendor. So I'm still in that stage of my Aria life, I'm afraid. Well, the deeds, Daji, you yourself, there's a minimum size of the deed, and then you can expand it at any time and in any direction that you want. So for instance, when I place my deed, I have expanded it after that. And it's up to you how many houses you place on that. There is a maximum size, though. I think the maximum size was 30 times 30. 30 times 30 tiles. I think it starts off at 15 times 15 tiles. And there are various, we can just have a look here at the different types of houses in Legends of Aria. These are very outdated pictures, though. So so you can have like very small like houses, and you could put several of those on a 30 times 30 deed. And then there's, you know, obviously the fancier and larger we go, the more expensive. And these images are looking pretty crappy in my opinion, so they look much nicer in the game now. These are probably very, very old, outdated pictures. And these screenshots are not the best for some reason. The lighting that they took them in was not the best. And the house I'm gonna go for is this one. So so yeah. And also, Daji, you'll be happy to hear that the way that you decorate houses is very similar to UO. So you can place stuff, and you can adjust its, well, actually here you can adjust its rotation all the way around, so it's not just restricted to like 4 different directions. And you can also, just like in UO, you can also like adjust the height of items and have them sort of like floating up in the air. Yeah, horses you can tame, and the horses, I don't think the horses actually get unhappy if you don't like feed them here. Like, I don't think they go wild. I haven't had that happen. I have not fed any, I haven't even tried feeding any of my horses. And here's an interesting thing. Look at this. So if I dismount, and you can also zoom in and zoom in to see a closer view. So you can dismiss a horse, and it will go into your inventory. So and also the gumps in here are very similar to UO as well. So the horse now is this little statue in my backpack. I see there's a little bit of a delay. It seems also almost like there's a little bit of a delay when because I'm watching my own stream on my other screen here, just to make sure everything is working properly. Let's just oops. Let's just zoom in a bit. So you can also adjust the scale of the UI, and I have a pretty large, oh, that's a bit buggy. Let me just move this backpack down and then scale. There we go. And so just to show you guys a little bit of a better view of the backpack. And Daji, you're a pixel artist like me, so us as artists, like, to me, just here's some like feedback for Legends of Aria that I think, because I'm going to actually do a video where I give like my first impressions, and this is something I was complaining about also in my first stream, is that I just feel that the art of the backpacks is a little bit on the okay, it's probably hidden. I opened this, but it's probably hidden because I scaled up the UI. It's probably when I scale back down we're going to see this opened backpack up at the top somewhere. But I feel that it's a little bit bland and like desaturated and like faded looking. It's weird. It's almost like the person who was designing this did not design it with, you know, for instance, a screenshot of Legends of Aria in the background, or a screenshot of the UI at the same time, because if they would have like designed it with these other things in mind, I think they would have, like, I would have personally given this much more contrast, a more yellowish like tone. Like, let me just show you guys very quickly in Photoshop. It's a little bit strange to me, the design of that. Let's see if we can do that very, very quickly. Yes, I will go crazy decorating for sure. Oh yeah, Minok was a great place for crafting for sure. I remember that mountain with a little cave in it. Okay, so now we have a screenshot. Now let me just show you guys what why I'm complaining here. So so let me just very quickly, very rough and dirty, just select that. Those buttons are fine. They match the UI, so I'm not gonna touch those. And let's just go around here, very rough and dirty. Okay, and first thing I would do to this is I would adjust the levels of this to be a bit more contrasty, like so. And then I would give this a tone. I would take the with a color balance, I would adjust the color balance to be a bit more brown, a bit more brownish. So you see, guys, what I'm talking about here? So I just feel it's like very faded, and like the color tone as well. Why did they go for that kind of more pinkish? It's really like they did not design those the gumps of the backpacks against, you know, a screenshot. Like, this is what I meant, that they should have had a screenshot of Legends of Aria, like the environment and stuff behind, with the UI showing, and then they would have gotten the colors and contrast right. And then another complaint I have as well is that, like, I feel that they should have okay, this is going into totally like Photoshop stuff here, but let's just do a quick and dirty thing of what I think they should have done with these items as well. Because I feel that the items do not stick out properly in the backpack. Like in Ultima Online, it was not a problem because they were pixel art, so they were all done in pixel perfection, and made to look like super like polished and nice, because every single pixel was, you know, thought of very carefully. Actually, let me just do this, let me just move this away so that we actually can see them separately, and let's just take another screenshot of that and just paste that in like so. Oops, actually let me just keep that mask and then paste this one in, and then continue the mask here now that we have them separately. So for those who don't know, I'm actually a game artist. I've been working in the game industry for 12 years now. And so I'm very finicky about this kind of stuff, and I've also done a lot of like game UI as well. So for me, these kinds of things like really irritate me when I see them done badly. And I was thinking of sending feedback, like this sort of feedback, to Citadel Studios, or what was it called, the company? Okay, it's just very rough and dirty. Like, if I were to do this like properly, I wouldn't be doing it like this. But just to give you guys an idea of what I think they should have done to these items as well. And I know Daji is a very talented pixel artist as well, so I'm pretty sure Daji knows what I'm probably going to do here, just to make these stand out a bit more. Okay, so if we were to take those items, and let's have our nice juicy effects there, and then let's just add some kind of maybe a drop shadow stroke kind of thing here. And these ones actually don't need the contrast, it's just the bag itself. So we're going to move these out of that area. There we go. And just a little drop shadow. And maybe make that drop shadow a little bit and then some kind of like stroke or something, just a very thin one. And then just make that a little bit opaque. So yeah, something like that. So yeah, so before and after. That's what I think they should have done. It's very roughly done, but you get an idea. I just feel the color of the backpacks is very faded, very pinkish. Needs more contrast, and I also feel that the items within, I mean, they are probably PNGs, you know, that they have been used for, that they're using for those. They are probably like little sprites. So they might as well have just added like some kind of like little polish in Photoshop, some drop shadow or something to just make them stand out a little bit more. Anyhow, we're getting completely off track here. So and I'm just gonna actually save that. I'm gonna work on something like this later on as for the feedback for those guys. So yeah, so hey there, Nocturnal Llama, nice to see you again. And let's just go back to the scale the UI back out and actually start working on the main thing that we should be working on today, which is crafting. So the first thing I'm gonna do, and let me just check first what you guys are saying here. Hey there, Drev. Welcome to the stream, and nice to have you join us. Well, Drev, you know, the thing is that the team, first of all, I'm assuming that the team is in the States. I'm in Finland, so that's just not going to happen. Ooh, time to loot, guys. Time to loot like a noob. I'll just sell that off to a vendor. And second thing is that the team, from what I have heard, guys, this is just absolutely astonishing. The team only has 10 people for the entire MMO. And hey Daji, by the way, I have heard that a couple of the guys on the dev team are actually old Ultima Online developers as well. So yeah, anyhow, but so yeah, geography is not really working out. And I doubt that they would outsource stuff like that at this point. I don't know. I'm probably for expansions they will start to outsource stuff, and also the fact that the team is so small, I don't think they have a budget for hiring like more people really. But then again, of course, now I guess it's been quite a success. So who knows? Maybe they're swimming in money by now. So how am I enjoying the game, you ask, Nocturnal Llama? I am starting to get, I'm starting to get addicted to this game. I really am. I fought against first buying it. I fought so hard all this time, and then my first impressions in the first couple days were like, really on the fence. Like I could get. Oh, what the hell? What is going on? Is that some kind of like earthquake spell or something? What? Crazy. I've never seen that before. I am assuming that somebody is practicing like manifestation in other words, magery or something. I don't know. That was cool. Now that was cool. My goodness. Yeah, so Nocturnal Alarm, I am actually starting to enjoy the game quite a bit. Ah, you're Drexus from YouTube. I did not read the patch notes. What did they say? Oh, it gets old after a while. I can imagine. Yeah. Yeah, I could get I could imagine if many people do that like one after the other, that would be like highly annoying. They should well, I don't know if they have anything like that coded in, but I would assume that if they coded it well, they would have it so that only one earthquake spell can be cast, and I'm not sure what it's called, but like that it can only be cast you know, one every 5 minutes, like that the visual, I mean not cast, sorry, that it can be cast as many times as they like, but the effect only shows like you know, a certain amount within a certain time frame. But anyhow, when I go crafting now, guys, this is like my adventuring outfit, so this is not very cute, is it? So let's just go into my inventory here at the bank, and let's dress into my my crafting outfit, which is much cuter. And let's get this. So the paper doll Daji looks like this, so very much like UO. And we're just going to drag this off just like you would in UO as well. And let's just, I have a little pack here. Let's put all my sort of adventuring stuff into this one bag so it's not floating around all over the place. And we need a special horse. So Daji, you saw how I dismissed that one horse? Well, I have a different horse that I have like saddlebags on. So this is going to be in my adventuring horse, and I will just put it back into the adventuring pack. And I am going to now grab my pack horse. So let's just summon that one. And there she is. You can actually ride on the pack horse, which is so convenient. And you can see that the pack horse has some saddlebags on the side there. So we're going to need that for the mining stuff. And what else do we need? We need... So I'm not going to need the cotton for now. Let's just leave that. I'm going to go and we can... Okay, the hatchet we're not going to need for now. Money, just put that in there. And we're not going to need our hearthstone. So the hearthstone is very much like World of Warcraft, where you can bind yourself to the different inns in the different cities, but there's also an additional thing where you can make this kind of I forget what the item was called, but you can take it to your house. It costs 10 gold, so it costs a fortune. And then you can bind yourself to your house, which is pretty handy. I'm definitely going to get one of those, definitely. And what else do we need? Okay, so we're going to need, we do have a pickaxe. We're just going to equip that right now because we don't need our weapon either. And let's just put the weapon back into my adventuring pack here. And what else do we need? Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, it's on my character. Let's just take another pickaxe, because just like UO, the items do run out, and they cannot be, actually in this game they cannot even be repaired, so they just wear out. But they last much longer than in UO, like much longer. So this one we're just going to sell off actually, unless we have a work order for that. We might get a work order for that actually. And also, just like in UO, you can also have these little boxes with keys. My worm buddy Valiance, he also plays this now. He was so kind to gift me these, and you can see when you hover over, it's crafted by Valiance. So you also get the mark of your who has made it onto the items that have been crafted, even without being a GM. So, and the skills, Daji, they work all like in UO. The only difference being in this game, it's 600 points instead of 700 points that you have to use. We have a work order here. That's for tailoring. What else do we have here? Those are recipes. I actually want to trade with somebody. I have several of these Chris recipes, so we are going to advertise that we have some extra Chris, and we have an extra full plate tunic as well. So we can just shout out to the crowd that is crafting that, hey, does anyone want to do a trade with me? Okay, we are now set to go. So so now if we look at my character, this is a much more comfortable crafting outfit. This is her newbie outfit, really. And well, actually you can just double click the horse as well. Okay, so oh, you played a ton of beta but just haven't gotten into the live yet, but you have it all ready to go, Nocturnal Llama. So Drev, they reduced the sale price of ore. Oh no! Just when I was hoping to make a whole bunch of money with that. Oh well, at least I was in time enough to get the deed, the plot plonked down. Thank goodness I was just in time for that. And reduce the respawn time of ore nodes. So actually, Drev, you said something very interesting to me, because I'm not sure if you probably weren't here at the very beginning of the stream, but I was just introducing the that guy's selling saddlebags for 15 silver, but hey, I'm a crafter. I will make my own saddlebags at some point, yeah. But anyhow, yeah, I was just saying, Drev, that in the beginning of the stream, I was introducing my new plot, and I built it over here. Hold on. Where is... Okay, this concerns me, guys, now. Why am I not seeing... Very interesting, because this house icon was earlier on my house plot. Did I already lose my house? Hold on. What the hell? Has my house actually gone? Like, because it's been one day in this game. I think, guys, I'm late to actually paying my taxes. I think my deed has already gone. And I saved so much gold for that as well. What? I think my deed is gone, guys. No! I didn't pay my taxes in time. My deed has gone, I think. Because earlier there was a little house icon on it. Oh no! I think it's gone, guys. Shit. Yeah, because I guess that is not real life days. It's actually like the game days, and these game days go very fast. Man, I only placed it last night. I should have taken care of the taxes ASAP. Oh well then, I guess we're back to the drawing board then. Oh my gosh, I had actually expanded the deed, so I had gathered like 3 gold to expand the deed as well. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this. So, back to the drawing board. We need to get 1 gold 40 accumulated ASAP then. Oh no, how much do I have now? 34 silver. Okay. Oh gosh, I can't believe it. Oh well. So let's just get to work then. Yeah, it's a good lesson to learn though. Like, I really should have... oh, let's just gather those things on the ground. Might need those later on. And let's see now. We should get ourselves... let's start off with getting a crafting order. What orders do you need filled? Let's go for 20 iron chain tunic. And so iron spawn outside of mines now, or has a chance to. I only took up selling ore yesterday too. Oh, I see. So you're just late to it. Okay. Well, let's see how things go now with these orders. So the first thing we need to do is actually go and mine some ore. Mine some ore. Man, guys. That sucks. So let's just run around and we don't need the if selling ore is not worth it anymore, then I'm not even gonna bother then trying to look for copper. We will instead just go for the iron ore, because that's what we need to do with the. And it looks like even all the here's one free one. Let's just get to work then. Let's just get to work mining some iron ore then. Oh my goodness, guys. What a newbie I am. Wiki says the tax is weekly, but Garaz, I didn't know, because the thing is, in the beginning of the stream, I was looking at how much time I have left, and there was only like a day or so left. It was like a day and a few hours, and I guess that must be in-game days, right? So that's the thing that that I think that while we were chit-chatting here, all of this time that we were chit-chatting, I should have actually been rushing to go and pay the taxes. So so I majorly messed up there. Yeah, I think I'll stick. I mean, you can see that there's like some ore spots, ore veins over there. So I think this will be okay, especially now considering that we're not gonna try and scramble for the copper ore. So Daji, this works in comparison to UO. This works very similarly to UO. That you just mine away at the stone. However, a difference is that these spawn like once one is depleted, it will actually give a visual indication, and also the next one that spawns will be a random one, so it won't necessarily be the same type. So as we remember in UO, when you found a certain type, like let's say shadow ore, it was that same spot always, and you could sort of mark a map for yourself, and that's not how it works here. Now thankfully, getting together 1 gold 40 should not be too bad. So let's just hope we can actually get that together in the time of this stream. I'm not sure. My son is actually he will be going to bed soonish, so I won't actually be able to stream for too long. Actually, I mean it's already 1:24 in the morning here in Finland, so it's very, very late. But I'm a night owl, so for me this is not late. And I see you're here as well, Kira. Nice to see you. So if you have any questions about this, Kira, just ask away as well. Oh, let's actually not go to that, guys. Let's go over here. There's some free veins over here. Let's be nice. Especially now that we're not having to compete for copper anymore. I mean, back when everyone was competing for the copper ores a few days ago, everyone just went to everyone's like ore vein and they didn't care at all. But now that it's just iron that I have to collect, it doesn't matter anymore. And I like to split these up into bunches of 110, because the maximum weight for the saddlebags is 435, so I can get around 4 little like piles here before I have to just fill up my own inventory. And what is kind of cool, what I do like about the mining is that I just have to do the one action to get her to mine, and then I can just leave it and I can be watching like a video at the same time on my other monitor and not have to stress about it. Although at the same time there was something enjoyable about grinding that like that motion with your character as well, like clicking, doing your keybind or whatever over and over again, because then it felt like you're sort of physically mining in a way, you know. So you don't get to enjoy that feeling in this game. But I guess that is quite annoying as well in a way, when you have to keep clicking at something or pressing a keybind. Hey there, Lucas Potter Sky, and welcome to the stream. So any pet llamas? I have not seen pet llamas yet, Kira. Nope, but I of course we all know, like all of us old Ultima Online players, that llamas are a big thing. Well, if you want to go there, buddy, you just feel free. I will go to the next one then, because there's lots of iron to go around. And you know what's interesting, guys? Like I was watching some streams for Legends of Aria, and it's so interesting. Like so far I've only seen like male players streaming this game, and second of all, when I go to those streams, the streamers, they're always referring to the chatters as guys. So they will say, so bros this, hey bros, what do you think, bros? Or else they'll say like, okay boys, we're gonna go into the dungeon now. Like they refer to their chatters as males as well. I've found this now on several streams, and it's really astonished me that I mean, I am absolutely sure I am not the only girl like playing, well, girl, old granny really, more like, I'm sure I'm not the old granny like playing Legends of Aria. In fact, if I think back to Ultima Online days, my guess would be that it's pretty much half and half, the gender division here. But it's interesting how those streamers have been like referring to the chatters as if there wouldn't be any females in the crowd. And it's weird. It's very weird. Oh, there's another girl streaming right now, Lucas. Could you just share her link to us here in the chat as well? I would like to go and see that stream sometime. I'll follow her. We girls gotta stick together, right? So, okay, let's just go for this spot here. The devs are not planning for llamas. Oh, llamas were the best, though. They were such plump little, stout, proud little creatures, and so cute and fluffy on like 4 legs. And I was introducing. Oh, thank you, Lucas. I was introducing Ultima Online to Kira here. To Kira. A few months ago, and one of the first things that we did with Kira, well, I'm not sure, wasn't the first things, but after a while we went out and we tamed rideable llamas, and we were able to trot around on those, and they were so cute. These guys, come on, surely there's enough iron to go around, guys. Those, I think, are just rock. Or is it really that desperate? They do seem, a lot of them do seem to be taken here. Oh, did that one just spawn? And that seems to be rock, I think. Okay, what happened? I'm stuck. I'm actually stuck, guys, now. I can't move. So let's use the stuck command. That has happened one time before in this game, and thankfully the system for getting stuck is pretty nice. 15 seconds, and I should probably like teleport. There we go. Yeah, you teleport to a very close area. Okay, here's one. Here's a nice juicy ore vein. More amounts are coming. Okay, cool. Hey, and guys, hey, a question. So does Legends of Aria actually have nightmares? Because that was like my favorite thing in Ultima Online. I could swear that in somebody's video or stream I saw, oh no, it wasn't a stream, it was a video, I saw somebody trotting around on a black horse. So does the game have nightmares? Let's split this one up again. Put another 110. We can fit 2 more of those in there. Oh, they did before at least, but you're not sure if they're spawning right now. I see. So that might explain it, because I have not actually seen a single person running around with a nightmare in the game yet, but I did see videos of it, so that would definitely explain it. Because the very first thing I did when I started Legends of Aria was make a tamer character, because I was dreaming of, what about dragons? Does the game have dragons that you can tame? Because that was the biggest, most enjoyable thing for me in Ultima Online. My tamer, and taming nightmares, taming dragons, then going to dungeons. That was my favorite thing ever. So, Lucas, I'm assuming that you are a Legends of Aria player already, or are you still sort of just watching and wondering whether you're going to play it? Oh, there is some copper over there, but I'm not going to care about the copper right now because we are just going to do the work orders today. There's another copper over there. Doesn't seem to be. Those are NPCs. These ones. Maybe we'll just grab this copper since nobody's on it. These are just NPCs walking around, these guys, so I'm not even stealing it from another player. They have wyverns. You don't think you can tame dragons yet. Only dragon I've seen is at the Awakening spawn boss type monster. Oh, it's a huge one. Man, guys. I mean, what could be more stylish than riding around on a nightmare with a red dragon following you, a fire red dragon following you? Oh my gosh. I do hope we are able to do something equivalent, or a white worm. The white worms were also one of my favorite in Ultima Online. And also, Lucas, another question for you. So I was asking whether you play this game right now, and whether you're also an old Ultima Online player. And same question for you, Drev. Drev, I'm assuming you do play Legends of Aria, but are you also like an old Ultima Online player? Oh, definitely you seem to be, since the white wyverns were your... were, no, hold on, what was it called? White worms. White worms were your favorite, yeah. And the whole process of going into the, what was it, the ice cavern or something? What was that? Ice dungeon or something like that, where you had to go and like tame the white worms. What a dangerous place that was. Oh my goodness gracious, that was I mean, you really were risking things. It was even worse than Death Star, really, to go and tame the dragons. It was really super dangerous in that ice dungeon or whatever it was called. Yeah. Ah, yes, Drev. Ah, yes, you were the one who left the comment on YouTube. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Exactly. Yeah, I wonder actually, you mentioned Bray in your comment, and I have to, I don't think Bray really is into playing MMOs anymore, because I guess she's not so much, I think she wants to focus more on real life these days. I don't think she really plays MMOs or games at all anymore these days. But if she did, I am pretty sure she would be playing this as well. Okay, since there seems to be so much competition for this ore, let me just ride around a bit. Ride around a bit and see. It is so handy, guys, to be able to put the saddlebags, like versus UO, where you had to purchase a pack. Oh, that one is actually free. Let's grab that copper there. Versus UO, where you had to buy the pack horse, and you also always had to stable it, and you couldn't ride on top of it. Oh, I've seen this lady. Is this the no, that's another one actually. That's a different lady. I've been seeing this one lady called Vampirilla or something like that many times when I've come to mine, but she is somebody different. Hey there, Wilkes. Nice to see you again. How are you doing tonight? Garaz, that sounds really hopeful. That does sound hopeful. So I wonder if I should but I'm wondering though, like, if my deed was still up, why wasn't I able to pay taxes when I chose the taxes option? This really annoys me, guys, that as soon as you ride on your horse and then you dismount, the horse forgets to follow you, and you have to separately always give the command. That is highly annoying. It should, I strongly feel that it should remember the sort of mode that it should be in. The mode to stay, the mode to follow, the mode to guard, whatever. I wonder if the animal, the horse, like if you, I think the guard one actually sticks. That stays even if you mount and dismount. And oh, thank you so much for the follow, Camp Dandelion, and welcome to the stream. I'm just gonna. There is actually so much. Oh, there's too many people on that one. Actually, there's so many people around here. Actually, that I'm gonna have to go into commando mode here and actually go to the same ore spots as other people. I think that's just rock over there. I'll just check in a second, guys. This guy isn't doing anything, so... Oh, he is. Well... Oh, there's one right next to him, a free one. Okay. And there's actually another copper right down here in the bottom right. So yeah, what I was gonna say is that let's do at least one. Yeah, let's at least get one work order done. Or let's get enough. Let's get enough to... What did I say that the taxes cost when we first started the stream? It was under... Was it 60 silver or something like that? Let's at least get something like that collected. Man. I'm wondering now, did I take a screenshot actually of the amount of taxes? Amount of taxes here. I might have actually taken a screenshot of that. Let me just quickly check here. Why isn't this moving? How strange. It's almost like Photoshop is completely lagged out. I'm trying to use the pan option. It's really, really laggy. Just gonna move it this way then. New taxes. Oh, that's... No, that's not really. 91 silver. So 91 silver is what I need to get together. Okay. So maybe that was useful. I could have swore it was a smaller amount though when we went to... Because, yeah, that was just a preview. It was less because that was just a preview of me expanding it and playing around with the different... That was a larger area I was expanding in that moment. So, I could swear it was like 60 something. I'm not sure if any of you remember who were here in the beginning of the stream. So, you have a good point there, Drev, that it could be a bug. And in the case that it's a bug, actually the information you gave Garaz would be pretty valuable. So, would you happen to, Garaz Drengi, would you happen to still have that source open where you found the thing about the 48 hours? Because the moment when I placed that plot would have been around 12 hours ago. And then if I were to make a bug report, then I could at least refer to the URL of where that information is. So, Drev, you're asking, like, what is the thing that made me start to really enjoy the game? I think the tipping point would have been when I started to do the work orders. I was just enjoying doing those so much. And then when I got into the whole process of, like, looking for a plot and then just seeing, you know, exploring the landscape, seeing what kinds of houses other people had made, what kinds of decorations they had done. Oh, well, let's just grab that copper. I don't really need copper right now since we have a work order for iron items, but just in case that copper can still be sold at a nice... I mean, I guess it's less than before, but maybe maybe there's some work orders for copper items anyhow, so I'm sure those will be more valuable, the prize that you get for those. Yes, Wilkes, I'm back in the mines. I'm just gathering some ore actually to do work orders now, and not so much for selling the ore anymore. Let's just split that again. And we can fit just over 100 more. And this is a little bit annoying as well, that when you have a pack horse, the pack horse doesn't sort of stick to you close enough, that the backpack would always stay open. A little bit annoying. Oh, lots of bug reports related to the houses, Garaz. So it's a bit rough right now. I see, I see. So could it possibly then be that it's there and it's fine? But here's the thing, that the icon, there was this house icon on my spot, and now it's not there anymore. But well, after we do a work or after, let's say that let's collect at least 70 silver, and then I'll at least have, if it's still there, I'll at least have enough to pay the taxes. Let's do that first, and then we will mosey on down over there and see if it's still up or not. You're off to bed now? Okay, thanks so much for spending some time with us tonight, Garaz, and I hope to see you again. Yeah, that sounds like a wise thing to do, Will, 'cause I should have probably done the same, really. And there's a nice juicy iron just waiting to be, what is going on? That's strange. I'm sure I clicked this spot. And I'm seeing a lot of new names in the stream, so for all of you who are new to my stream, first of all, the warmest of welcomes. I usually stream MMOs. On my channel, I'm usually streaming Worm Online, which is another sandbox MMO very similar to Ultima Online and Legends of Aria, as far as how the structure of the gameplay goes. The difference being that Worm Online is a first-person 3D game versus an isometric game like these guys are. And but I have just started streaming Legends of Aria since I just started playing it. And what we're in the process of doing right now is, well, what I was originally going to do really was to gather enough money to pay my taxes on the house plot that I plonked down about 12 hours ago. However, it's a little bit concerning that for some reason I couldn't pay taxes I didn't get the option at the bank. Now, what could be a possible reason for that is because I didn't have enough money to begin with to pay it anyhow, so maybe it doesn't even give you the option if you don't have... Hold on, is it starting to go on the ground there? I think it is. Is this my ore? Come on. I think that's my ore actually. Okay. Yeah, so who knows? Is my plot still there or not? We do not know. We're going to go and have a look once I have a little... yeah, I think I'm going to go for 70 silver. Once I have that accumulated, we'll go see if it's even up anymore. It's so sad because I started off this stream by showing it off actually. And how funny it would be then that within one stream I would have lost my plot. And I put so many gold into it as well because not only did I found it, but I also expanded it already. So, man, oh man, like I will be devastated. Well, I already actually went through I've already gone through the feeling of loss and devastation, really, and trying to get over it for the sake of this stream. It's not very useful to be sort of pissed off on the stream. if I weren't streaming, I would be like, I'd be cursing and I'd be swearing and I'd be like grumbling away. But we're gonna have to just keep our chins up and hope for the best here and see. I do hope it's still there though. My gosh. Yeah, well, this is the thing though. I think I've lost my plot though. Because I can't see it on the map anymore. I can't pay taxes at the bank anymore. Or I shouldn't say anymore because I have never paid taxes, but I didn't get any option at the bank to actually do that. Or the option was there, but when I clicked on it, nothing happened. So fingers crossed that those are just bugs and that my plot is happily and safely waiting for me to come back. I dearly hope that's the case, but if it's the worst case scenario, okay, if it's the worst case scenario that I have lost the plot, then okay, I've lost my spot, and the best thing I can just then do is just gather up the money, try and found it again, and if somebody has taken it by then I will just choose one of my other. I have a whole bunch of screenshots. I took a whole bunch of screenshots of very nice spots, so I will just then go to one of my second favorite spots and found it there instead. Because I have to say I wasn't 100% happy with the spot in that, you know, none of the spots were absolutely perfect. You know, some were in more convenient locations, some were like super beautiful locations. And that one was more a location of convenience because it was close to some mines and also a dungeon. But it was not a beautiful spot. So we'll have to see. Hey, by the way, guys, does anyone know? I have a newbie question for you. So does anyone know, you know how like when you place a plot, it will happily place it on uneven land, and then the rectangle, it will, or the square rather, because I guess it's 15 times 15, the initial square, it will hover above the ground. That green area will hover in midair. So, and yet it will actually let you build it there. So here's the question about the house then. So let's say I place a plot and it happened to be on more uneven ground and I was able to place it successfully. Does that mean that I am guaranteed to be able to build the house? All sources depleted. Oh, interesting. Let's try here. Will I actually be able to build on that uneven ground? Like, could I... So let me just rephrase that question. So, if I'm able to plot it, am I able to build it? Does that guarantee the same thing? Or will this end up happening that I plot an area only to discover that the house that I wanted to get on that exact blueprint will not place because it's uneven ground? Yes, I have seen those screenshots, Drev. We were just looking at those actually earlier on in the stream. I was showing everyone which one I'm going to be going for, and I can just show again. So this is the one. This second last one is the one I'm going to go for. Depending now on whether that plot is still there, that would fit on the plot that I got. But if the plot is gone, then I'm going to have to go for one of the smaller ones, I think. And that was interesting. I could swear that I saw that the veins, the iron veins, the little seams here, just like colorized in real time. That at first this was rock, and then the seams sort of came in at a delay. Very interesting. Oh, we're actually overloaded. Uh-oh. Oh no, I probably left it. I was just focusing on the stream so much that I that I didn't notice. Okay. Okay. So somebody else can collect those up. We are full up. And that's even 440, that one. So we're going to have to actually get... we're actually going to have to get rid of this one because this is overloaded. So guys, I learned a very nasty lesson. I'm going to have to put that down as well. I learned a very nasty lesson that never, ever let your horse's backpack get, because it can actually overload. And what happened to me the other day, or yesterday actually, what happened to me was that my horse's backpack had overloaded by a few, and then I was at the anvil where it was like super busy, and everyone was there, and so I go to then transfer a bit of the ore from the backpack to my own inventory so that I can smelt it, right? And it was too heavy. That particular pile was too heavy to go in my backpack. But since the horse's backpack was, it was too heavy to go into my inventory, and also since the backpack had been overloaded, that meant that it would not go back into the horse's backpack either. So it was hovering on my mouse. And you know how in UO, if you have something hovering on your mouse, you can just run away? That is normally the case in this game as well. You can do that. However, I could not, in that particular situation, I could not run with it. I don't know why, I just couldn't. I think it was because I was in the process of trying to split it, I'm not sure. And so I was just sitting there, like, with this bit of ore, like, hovering. And let's just put, because this one's full, and if I go to, no, actually what we're going to do is we're going to actually sell the green ones here first. There, and we'll sell these ones as well. Oh, it doesn't even want to buy those. Interesting. I guess I'm gonna just save those then for a work order. So anyhow, yeah, I'm standing there at the anvil and like heart racing because I didn't know what to do. The ore was up on my cursor, and I was just wondering for 5 minutes, like, what am I gonna do? What the hell am I gonna do? Because if I place it on the ground, somebody's gonna snatch it up, right? So, but I couldn't move. I couldn't put in my inventory. I couldn't put in my horse's backpack. I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't split it. So eventually, after 5 minutes, I decided, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to place it on the ground, and then I'm going to bunny hop it or frog leap it or whatever that phrase is. I'm going to frog leap it over to a safer area. And as soon as I tried to place it on the ground, it vanished. And it was like over 200 ore. It just vanished into thin air. It never actually like came into, it never actually hit the ground. So it was not a case of hold on, let me just check. Oh, hey, oh, thanks so much for the follow, Drev. It was not a case of somebody snatching it up. It just vanished into thin air, and I think it was a sort of like timeout thing in the code or something like that that was causing that. So just as a heads up, as a warning to you guys, never let stuff hover for too long on your mouse cursor in this game. In UO, there was no issue with that whatsoever, but that seems to be one of the bugs. So okay, so what we're gonna do? What was our work order again? Our work order was that. Those are recipes. Here it is. 20 iron chain. Oh, we need to actually make the iron. Let's make the ingots first. Okay, good. Gives a whole new meaning to losing the plot. That is funny. Yeah, indeed. I definitely lost the plot in that, in all possible respects in that moment. So Perry G, that was one of the first things that I checked actually was were there beautiful spots along the sea, but unfortunately there were. However, there's this problem with the sea, which is that along the sea edge here is this rocky. You would expect that there'd be nice like seashores. That was what I was hoping, but it was all this kind of weird rocky stuff along the edges. And the only exception to that was over here. When these have sandy shores going into the sea, but you can't place anything here. So actually, I didn't check this spot at all. That might be. There seems to be some beaches here. I never actually checked those, but I'm assuming that you cannot build there. Possibly, maybe you can. I should have actually checked those. Well, here's the thing. If for some reason, any reason, I've lost I've actually lost my plot, then I will go and check what those are all about. And Perry G, what are nice spots though along the water are any spots along the lakes and along the rivers. Those are nice. So they don't have any weird rocky thing going along the edges. And that makes me actually wonder, guys, like I read somewhere that for the future they will be bringing like ships and that you would be able to sail. But if all the edges are this rocky stuff, I mean, how do people even get to sail in the seas then? I guess they would have to remove all those rocks along the edges then, and make proper edges that go into the sea. See if we can add this already. This is kind of nice that you can just like add to the same pile, and it continues the work automatically. Just checking to see if anyone actually answered that question about the hovering, the plot thing. Oh, here we go. So Drev, you actually responded to that. You're not sure. You've heard of some people trying to place on a plot with the same dimension house that wouldn't place. Perhaps a bug, not sure. I see. Oh, you had that problem with the disappearing, like hovering stuff as well, Drev. Relog fixed it though. No losses, thankfully. Right. So when you relogged, was the stuff just in your inventory then? I didn't even think to do that, to be honest. I wish we could smelt stuff in this game. You can't smelt, can you? I would love to smelt those weapons that I just picked up from the ground. Hey there, Mulrak, nice to see you. Yeah, Wilkes. Yeah. Well, thankfully it was just iron. It was just iron. That's pretty fast to get it, but it was still highly annoying. Oh, one of the devs is the one who did the boat expansion in UO. I see. Well, so you would think that that then in that case they are definitely then going to bring in boats and make it work properly. And I have to wonder if you're going to be able to build your own boat like you can in Worm Online or not. Of course, in They did some like they did some kinds of expansions regarding the boats in UO, didn't they? Where there was like more options with the boats. Could you actually like build your boat in the end, or at least customize it? I can't remember. I never like bought that expansion, but I just remember there was like vaguely something about that. Right, you're not sure if it would always work, Drev, right? Well, I'll have to remember that. I'll have to remember that if it happens again, though. So when you say that it picked up from where you left off, does it mean that it was just like still hovering in your hand? Or had it like plonked itself back into your inventory? Or had it dropped on the ground? Whatever item you were carrying at the time. And does anyone else, like you, I'm sure my fellow old Ultima Online friends, I'm sure you guys agree with me that isn't it highly annoying that the graphic sprite for multiple ingots is exactly the same as a single ingot? I keep on like thinking that this is just one ingot, and I loved how in UO you had the different graphic of like a stack of ingots when it was more than one. Oh, it was back in the bank, Drev, I see. So they said today that they want to do custom houses too. Yeah, that will be great. Because I have to say I'm not entirely happy with the layouts of the houses that they have available. I would love to make my own design. So what we need to do is 20 iron chain tunics. Okie dokie. So tunic and iron and 20, and we shall get to work. And this is quite cool. I like how this works, that you can just be doing it while you also add them to the scroll at the same time. And that's this is one of the things I do enjoy about this, actually. Just gotta get that out of the way. Then you can hover on this at the same time and just check how many are still left. What I do wish is that that number, you know, when you're like smelting ore, for instance, and you want to hover over the pile of ore and see how many are still left to be smelted, or in any, like, there's lots of cases where you have a pile of something and you want to watch the progress of how many are left. And I wish that the amount would update, but you have to keep on like re-hovering over it to check the updated amount. So we have 10 more to go. Eight more to go. Yeah, that is one of the nicer ones for sure, Wilkes. And it was back in the bank then, Drev, right? Oh yeah, and yeah, I actually mentioned that earlier already. Okay, so are we out of... Still have some ingots, so she's still trying, I guess. Yeah. She's actually doing the animation as well, so... So, just a question, guys. If they made the change to the ore selling thing, that the ore is less valuable now, did they somehow compensate in that you would get better rewards from these work orders then? Did they sort of balance it out so that now work orders are more worth doing? I mean, they're pretty good already. However, selling the ore seemed to be the most lucrative thing to do. So we still need 5 more. And I guess we're just gonna get to work. Let's see how much silver we actually have now at this point. Just stick that in the bank very quickly. So right now we have, and I also hate that like it's hard to stack the money. If you try to drag like a money pouch onto the pouch that you have in the bank, I find that it doesn't stack, that I actually have to drag it into my inventory, stack it here, and then drag it back to the bank. So 37 silver right now. It'll be interesting to see how much we actually get from that work order. Especially seeing as it's 20 versus 10 or 5. What I need to also ask, it's just, well, I can't be bothered. I can't really be bothered with those doing the trading right now, to be honest. It's a bit of a rush now to go see what the situation is with the house, or the deed rather. Oh, really? They nerfed the fabrication as well, and Wilkes, I guess your responsive no means that the crafting orders are not any better than they were before. Ah, that's not good. We need to get some gold. So have you guys placed plots already in the game? And has anyone actually gotten to the point of placing a house on their plot yet? And Wilkes, to think that like a rope went from 20 copper all the way down to 5, so to 1/4 of what it used to be, that's crazy. That's a little bit extreme nerfing, in my opinion. So are you off to bed now? My son is coming to chat with me. One sec, guys. So guys, my son is off to bed, and that means, since we live in a very small apartment, and he is right, his bedroom is right next to my my work room, where my computer is, that means I won't be able to stream. Like, I could stream, but not talk at all. But I guess that's no fun, is it, to just watch me playing the game. So, well, you guys let me know, like, what would you prefer? Or do you think it's like, do you think there's any, is there any use to just watching me versus me being able to play and then chat at the same time? Because I find myself with streams that, like, when I watch streams, I'm usually actually like playing games at the same time, and I usually have the stream on another monitor, and I'm actually more like listening to what the person is saying versus actually watching. So I'm assuming most of you are the same way. Yeah, I guess you guys are the same as me. So yeah, okay. So, oh, and hey, Akwolf, nice to see you again. So, I'm sorry, guys, that it was a bit of a short stream. We didn't really, I mean, we weren't able to now really solve much But I am going to be streaming this game much more. I will probably stream tomorrow and then do a nice long juicy stream. And I will start much earlier, and I will try and stream at least 3 to 4 hours. So I have enjoyed doing these Legends of Aria streams, I have to say. Like, I've noticed that, you know what I've noticed, guys? Like, versus streaming some other games that are more competitive, I've noticed that the folks that come to the Legends of Aria streams are really nice people. Like, whereas a lot of times on more competitive games like Clash Royale, you'll have a lot of kind of like annoying people coming to sort of troll the stream, and I haven't had that happen a single time on these Legends of Aria streams. Not on Worm streams either. The Worm streams are also very nice always. So but the point is that since they're such enjoyable streams, such nice people come to them, I am definitely like motivated to do a lot of streaming with this game. So, and that's why I actually got this setup done as well. So yeah, maybe I will see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you all have a good day or night wherever in the world you are, and enjoy your gameplay in Legends of Aria, and I hope whatever you're doing there is going well. And I will talk to you guys later then. Aw, Agwolf, so nice of you to say. Alrighty then, so I will see you guys later.